Welcome back to another episode of me not shutting up about the Broken Souls Reconciled Hearts. For today's video, I'll be explaining on how I sort the characters in different folders, how I decide the name of the folders, etc. etc. For now, we have Wheatwing, Scene Grounds, Liferet, Astral Clarity, Loser Boys, Jingle Jaws, and Surf Sand. Oh wait, no, and Flaw Spring too. Oh god. Um, So, typically in a sub-series, the first character of the folder, the first one, is the main character of the story, like the main plot basically. Like, for example, Glycerine's the main in this one, Sav is the main, Ren, Alfie, Noah, Akane, Tazi, and Florence. I'm not sure if Florence actually gonna be the main character for this story first, because I couldn't really decide. It's either Florence, if not Cody, or XOS, or Adley. Either one of them. This is the least developed folder, and I'm not really ready to touch on it yet. So, yeah, so how do I sort the characters is, first of all, they're all in a jumbled mess. I'll unsort them all, and then I'll think about all their relationships really carefully, each and every one of the characters. Not exactly each and every one, but most of the characters. I'll think about their relations and what are the most relations to the specific character. For example, for Glycerine, it would be the first four characters of this folder, and then from Glycerine's friends and girlfriend, it's that Halos is heavily associated with Madeline. Lenny's just there for, the first four. And then we have Lucky, who's associated with Eden and Kai. And I don't know why I put Angel there, but Angel is actually unsorted for now. I might disband her for some reason. But yeah, and Chantal and Lucky are friends. And so is Lucky and Madeline. So that's how I sorted the first character and the major supporting characters of the folder and the side characters that support them. So basically, in most folders, I do sort the characters in order of relevance. And how do I decide who's the main character for a new sub-series? It's that sometimes eventually, when I get more characters, I realize that, hey, these characters could go into a new sub-series, and I'll change the folders around like a lot. Like for example, Tazi used to be a part of the Liferet series, but he doesn't really suit in there. I only placed him there because of Rikori being in the same folder. But now to think of it, he doesn't really suit that folder. And now that I have more characters that are okay to divulge into a new series, I made Surf Sand, which is for the beach enjoyers. Because in the past, I didn't really have enough characters to enjoy being on the beach. But now I have like a stable story of who might be involved with the beach and all. So I made a new folder, and this was just made today. And yeah, so once I pick out the main characters, I'll typically develop them in depth, or they're already developed in depth. And typically, when I choose the main characters, is that the character already has a stable amount of relations in the entire series itself. So it is easier for me to decide who I want to throw in. So I'll choose a main character, pick out a main, and then after that we put in the side characters. The side characters are either the main character's partner, friends, or family. For example, for the side characters here, Halos is Glycerine's girlfriend, Lenny and Lucky are his best friends, and then the rest of the characters are the friends of his friends or his girlfriend. And for side Kizuko is his younger sister who's really important to his plot. So hence, she's in this folder even though she's 14, which, she's an underage character. And the rest of the Scene Grounds character are just Saif's co-workers and friends, or his frequent customers. For example, I forgot who does what, but Cherry's a full-timer, Roxy is either a part-timer or a frequent performer or a frequent customer, or all three of them. I'm not really sure yet. And Mina's either a part-time or full-time. Cecily is probably a full-timer. or a part timer at least. She definitely works as a bar. She serves drinks and all. So, and Violet, probably a frequent customer, if not occasionally helps around, but not officially a part timer, cause it's not really a main job, but she's heavily associated with these. And for the scene grounds, the team of this folder is mostly party going characters who likes going to party, clubbing, drinking. Except for this little weirdo over here. She's 17, but eventually when I aged the entire series by a year, she would also potentially be one of the frequent customers of the bar, but she likes the bar to side and try to break in, and also she's a pretty much important part of the series. And yeah, Kizuko's just there. She's well loved by Saif's coworkers. Yeah. Hazard is might be another self insert, but oops, let's just not talk about her. I don't know what Hazard is for yet. And we're gonna cover the Life of Red series now. So Ren has always stood out to me as a main character for a sub-series ever since in the past. Before I even had different sub-series, I always felt that Ren is one of the more developed ones. So Ren being potentially main character energy is one of the reasons why I created a sub-series. So in Ren's folder, it would be Ren and Emmett, who are kind of sort of straight friends. Ren and Emmett are exes. And then next, since the rest of the folder is practically almost everyone's a part of Ren's family. Ren is part of the Liferine family. Koven, Paulus, and Mino are part of the Kitsu family. Abby is also part of the Liferines, I think. And there's also a character named Leaf, who is not in this folder because he's currently grouped with my personas. Because I really don't know what to use him for, but I'm starting to feel disconnected. So he's potentially gonna be part of this this series. He would be Leaf Liferine. So this folder mostly dedicates to the characters who are a part of the Kitsu or the Liferine family. And the characters who are not related to them by any chance would just practically be characters that are really major in the story. For example, Rikori plays a huge part in Mino's story because they were childhood friends. And then for Koven and Paulus and Robin, they're a family. And Mino lives with them. So apparently in Life Red, I might have to rearrange the characters, but Ren and Mino are the main characters of the series, I think. Or I might potentially be changing Mino to becoming the main character of Life Red, but I'm not too sure yet. She also gives me a really strong main character vibe that fights with Ren. And for the Astral Clarity, there isn't really a main character, but the main four are the main characters. They're kind of a spin-off from Wheat Winged, where in Wheat Winged, Glycerine is the main character, but in Astral Clarity, Elfie is the main character, and Elfie is the older sister of Lucky. And in this series, it stars Elfie's queer platonic partner Sparky, and their adopted children, Avery and Ariel, and Kyo is one of their friends. More like Sparky's. Wait, no. Is that Sparky's friend or girlfriend? I forgot. But, oh yeah, and Link is also in Astral Clarity due to the fact that he's Ariel's girlfriend. And for Kyo and Wormy Bell, I think I made them Sparky's romantic girlfriends. So, hence they're also being shown in this folder, and they're also Elfie's friends, so that's one thing. And I threw Akuji and Dawn because Akuji, Dawn, Wormy Bell, Kyo, and Sparky are a friend group. I'm not really sure about Arrow yet, so that's like something. But Harper is grouped in this place because Harper is Wormy Bell's cousin. And for the Loser Boys, it's just basically Noah and his 4 bandmates. That's about it. And Noah's sibling. Some guy who plays music. And I don't know what these two are here for yet. I might disband Calyx from the Broken Souls Reconciled Hearts officially. Because I don't really feel a connection to this poor guy. He looks so cool. And EP is Axis' older brother who's like pretty much toxic. So Axis is a main character, one of the main characters in Loser Boys, and hence EP is grouped in the same position. And in Jingle Jaw, it's About performers, street performers, mostly the clowns, as you can tell, the first three characters. The first two work professionally, while the third one's a hobbyist. And Lola's also in the folder, even though she's not any of them, because she's also a performer, but she doesn't perform in clowning. She is like a model and dancer. So, and also Melina's love interest. And Emilion and Lola are sort of tied together too because they like each other. Maisie and Viarin are partners, and I threw them in here because I don't know. I might remove them potentially. I might put them somewhere else because Maisie and Viarin is actually more relevant to Harper, which is their girlfriend. And we have Lori, Bobito, and Annie, which might potentially be disbanded from the entire series itself if I couldn't find a reason for them to be here. But I do think that Annie and Bobito might be associated or be friends with Kane and Jackson. So that's one thing. And Surf Sand, our newest folder which I created today, was that I just realized Tazi didn't really fit into any of the folders, so I gave him his own story. And considering my voice is dying. Considering that I had a bunch of beach themed or suitable for the beach themed characters. OCs recently. I needed dog characters and beach characters in general, so I threw them all to Surf Sand hands. Isaac Braxis works at the beach. Grayson, I'm not really sure yet, but he definitely does play a big role. He might be related to Braxis and Tazi though. Isaac is one of Tazi's coaches and an old time friend. Astrophil is the sibling of Isaac. Meredith is a model. She either goes into Jingle Jaw or Surf Sand, I'm not sure yet, but she's a model and freelancer, influencer, works multiple jobs. And I can see Tom potentially being one of the beach guys. Finally, we're back on Floor Spring. I do not know how long this recording is gonna be, but I swear if it doesn't upload, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. We have Florence, Elijah, and Asher. The Hortensias, they're florists, and Marlo and Maylin are bakers. And the rest of the characters are their friends, or admirers at least. Or this folder mostly consists of florists, bakers, and educators. So the Hortensias, which is Florence, Elijah, and Asher, are I already said that. Anyways, Kate is a professor. Kate is Madeline and Halo's professor in nursing school, and Cody's a music teacher. Delilah's a fashion teacher. They both work in an art school. Exo is, well, let's just say he has taken an admiration towards Florence. I really, really ship them. I can see the appeal. That's for another video. And Sylvia goes into Floor Spring because I think this folder is mostly for my older characters, which I do not have a sorting for. Sylvia's Jesserine's mom. I don't really know how to throw her in, but she's far away from him and hence will not be involved in the same main story as him. But she still plays an important part of the story and has a potential connection to the older characters of the series. Adley is a biomedical professor, so he also gets thrown in with the teachers. I might potentially make a series just for teachers or art students in the Broken Souls Reconciled Hearts, but that is not really the main focus for now because I've got too many characters and I'm planning to take as much time as I need to develop them slowly. And I'll eventually be providing more content of them or maybe even put them out in the market, the art market to see to pick an interest in others, like professionally have content of them and all. But that's a future dream that I'm not really ready to reach quite yet. So that's about it for this entire video, and I hope I responded to these questions. It inspired me to make this because one of my friends asked me about the sorting of this series, and I decided that typing out a response doesn't really help to give an in-depth, and I decided to make a video because it really covers everything thoroughly. So I hope you enjoyed this, and goodbye.